It's a nice town, smaller than any other towns around here. It's quiet.
Do you like it here?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's a small town, it's easy to get around. I pretty much know every business and place here in town. Maybe put that one back here.
He's actually one of the reasons I moved back to North Dakota from Illinois, is to help him out and be with him, and so that's been very nice. And he is, and he's funny in more ways than one. Sometimes when I get home, my husband wants to hear of our conversation, because he can bring things off the wall and just make your whole day have fun and just be funny. At work as well, the co-workers love him too. And he feels that he is a gift, and he wants to reach out to others. It just feels good to help others, and yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Well, I guess we knew, I guess she was about, 6 months pregnant, and we were seeing doctors, and they knew there was something wrong. And I think he was about 2 or 3 hours old, and they said that he had to have a surgery. His spine was open. And he was born with a very large head, and they had to drain the fluid off his brain. And they didn't give us much hope, you know. Turned out all right.
He's always been a really happy kid. At the age of 2, he was getting frustrated where he couldn't get around, so then they put him in a wheelchair. As soon as he put him in that wheelchair, that kid could go. He just few instructions, and they were just amazed. They did a video on him, and the day they put him in, they did the video, and that little boy could run that chair, and they were just...
We had a farmhouse that wasn't quite as handicap accessible as we'd like to have it, and we're 15 miles from town, and it was hard to get a caregiver to drive 15 miles out and bring him. He wanted to work, to get out and socialize with people, so...
We looked around town, but there was no apartments in this small town that even the bathrooms you could get in with a wheelchair. So we decided we were going to build a house in town, and we did a lot of research to make sure that was handicap accessible for Matthew.
We had to redo the plumbing twice, because I told him, I said, it's got to be 4 inches lower than standard, and we ended up redoing the plumbing to plumb in the sinks in the kitchen, you know, but we finally got it across that it's going to be handicap accessible. Well, he says, you're not going to be able to resell the house. Well, I says, I don't care about that. I said, somebody else can make it fit for them. We're going to make it fit for Matthew, you know.
Do everything pretty much myself. I can cook and clean by myself. It's basically my own house.
Well, what does AhundyP mean? Well, my common thing that I tell people is AhundyP is it's slang. It's short for 100%. It's a clothing line created here in Grand Forks that's really dedicated to giving back to the community, giving back to those in need.
When I seen this come up, I figured I would try and get into this hockey game. And
Matt is unique in the fact that when he contacted us, he did so not out of wanting something for himself, he did so out of wanting to do something for somebody else. In this case, it was his uncle, who was a big hockey fan, loved University of North Dakota hockey.
Within 3-4 days, I guess I got a call back and saying that they got me into it. So I'm really happy. It was just the luck of the draw, I guess, for me.
And with Matt, he really wanted to make his uncle's day rather than make his own. And it was kind of a byproduct for him that he got to come along on this trip. So that's what really stood out to us. You got to see the locker room, all the nooks and crannies where nobody else really gets to go. Got to meet our public address announcer. Really got a behind the scenes look at what UND game day is really all about.
Pile up.
And then, yeah, I got to hang out for the game and center ice seats and experience a nice UND win that night.
Man, that was a blast.
Right?
It was a really, really good day.
So he's went through a lot, and he's always had high spirits. I don't know, so I think he's a lot stronger than I am.
A portion of the sales from AhundyP clothing line are set aside to make unbelievable experiences happen for those who truly deserve it. If you know someone who could use a hand, visit AhundyP.com and nominate them for an experience. Do what you love and give back along the way. That's living your life at AhundyP.